All right, welcome back to Ron's Garage. It's a dreary day outside. It's Sunday. Yep, that's a different truck again, the gray one. The frame broke in the back the same places that the red one did, so we got rid of it, and my wife found me this one. So it's a 95 GMC 1500. It's not in bad shape. It's got a little bit of cancer here and there, but it runs good. So today I've been tinkering a little bit, and I got my shifter installed, the gate shifter, ratchet shifter, the same thing. So let me show you that. That's in. I made the pedestal mount for it, and I installed that. This is all good to go. Now I drilled a hole right there, and I'm going to try to run the cable and see if I can get that all hooked up. The shifter does come with brackets for Chryslers and Fords and everything else, but the instructions say these are the two brackets I need for the Turbo 350. So that's what I'm using. And I got some help today. I got a videographer with me. Say hi to my girl. Hi. That's Lori. And she's going to try, if I can be in any position that's worth filming, to catch me doing some stuff. So, all right, I'm going to get started, and she, or we will be back. Bye. All right, welcome back to Ron's Garage. At the end of the last little short video, which is preceding this one, I said I was going to hook up the shifter. That didn't work so well. The very first thing I tried to do was install those brackets I showed you, and I didn't have the right bolts. For some reason, they did not come in the kit, so we had to basically stop right there and go down to the hardware store, which I did. And I came back by myself, and I finished putting this shifter on. I'm not going to crawl under there and show you, but basically, I don't know how well you can see, but the cable goes down through the floor. It rotates around on top of the transmission, comes back under the tail shaft, and then up to the brackets and the shifter arm, which I put on. So that is all done, and it seems to be working just fine. I've still got to put the cover on it. I am going to try a little modification here. If you can, I don't think you can see real well. Let me get a light. This is silly. Let me get a light so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because those of you who have these shifters or might want to get one, you might want to do the same thing. All right, let's put a little light on the subject. That's better. Okay. They have a little T-handle like this that goes up here at the top, so you can pull it up to shift them. And it goes down through that little bracket right there and goes through this little bracket and then lifts up on this like that. But you can see how wobbly that is, and you know, at the same time, once the T-handle's in there, that's wobbly too. And it doesn't, it's not a problem, but it doesn't, you know, try to pull itself back down. It's only got gravity and its own weight. So I am going to get a spring and put between this and that, right in there, that will push down on this piece when you let go of the T-handle. I did try one. I think I got it in my pocket. I'll show you. Yeah. I did try one this one here, this is a spring that came with my electric fan, and it goes in here, but not tight. Now I could stretch that to make it work, but the hole on the end of it here gets stuck up on the shaft of this. So I may try to enlarge that and stretch the spring so it works, or I may just go get a different spring. I may even have something laying around here, I don't know, but I want to put a spring in there to make it a little better. So we shall see. So I may work on that later. The shifter is installed and it works, but right now I am going to try to do some wiring. It's about time I got this thing wired up. I've already started a little bit. I got some 10 gauge wire, I've got some 12 gauge wire, I've got some 14 gauge wire, I've got crimpers, got everything I need. I already started up here. I've got one going from the circuit breaker over to this through bulkhead positive lead. I have a wire that goes around, and this will all get held up under the fender well, but it goes to the alternator, and I wired my temperature switch for the fan. Now I've got to mount my little circuit breaker. I'm going to mount that right there on the core support, and then I'm going to finish wiring up the fan. I may or may not actually test the polarity on the fan to see which way, because what you got to do is one of these wires connects inside this plug, just one. They don't send you the other end of this plug. You just put a female blade connector on there and it plugs into here. So that determines the rotation, the direction of the fan. So I may or may not actually do that today. I got to put my battery in to do that. I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet, but I'm going to continue on the wiring. Going to finish up with the fan here, and maybe do some more engine wiring. Get the key switch up there, and then if I get that done, I'll start on some lighting. But that's the plan right now. The hardest part of wiring, you know, wiring is just, you just take one wire at a time and you do it. The hardest part is the routing. Where am I going to route it from? The key switch is going to be over, you know, on the other side of the firewall here, up on the dashboard. But the wires that go to it go down to the starter and go to power. I guess I can pull the power from inside the car. But I've got one that's got to go down to the starter. One's got to come to the distributor. So, you know, how do you route those? Do you just leave them laying in here? Which, no, I won't. But I do have 25 feet of 1/2 inch and 25 feet of 1/4 inch wire loom in that box right there. So I may try to make that look fairly decent. We'll see. You know, like I said, this wire is going to kind of come down here and come across over here, and then go over. So, you know, I want to try to make them look neat. There's no way to hide them all, because you got to at some point jump over to the motor. So anyway, that's what my plan is today, and I will either tag on to this video later or do a new one, because this is going to be around 10 minutes now with these two, but we'll see. I will update how far I get. So all right, see you later. Bye.